Ladies and gentlemen, today I am the Sorting Hat. I don't know if people still care about Harry Potter or not. I've never really been super into it myself, but ever since I made that video about Scott Kramer going to prison because of the Harry Potter festival that he hosted, I've had this idea to make this video. So you know how lately a lot of people have been making like a ranking system of people that they think that they could beat up in a fight. Sometimes it's fictional characters, sometimes it's YouTubers. And before that, people were making tier lists. And before that, Watch Mojo was making top 10 lists. So this goes back to the beginning of time. So I thought it would be kind of cute to take some YouTubers that everybody knows and put them into the Hogwarts houses. That'll be fun, right? I hope it's fun. I hope this video doesn't suck. So I made this little collage of popular YouTubers here. I know this is so freaking nerdy. I hate this. No, this is gonna be fun. These people may or may not have already publicly stated which Hogwarts house they think they fit into. I haven't seen any of that, and it wouldn't matter if they did anyway, because if they say something different than what I say, they're just wrong, okay? What I say is final, what I say is 100% correct, and there is no debate. If you don't know anything about Harry Potter, kind of like I didn't really know much about Harry Potter before this is kind of what would distinguish the different houses. These are the general like things that they look for. Gryffindor is a house that values courage, bravery, nerve, and chivalry. Ravenclaw values intelligence, creativity, learning, and wit. Hufflepuff values hard work, patience, justice, loyalty, and apparently being humble. And Slytherin says that they value ambition, cunning, leadership, resourcefulness, and they will do anything to get their way. There's also kind of just like a feeling that people have towards these houses, it seems like. Like Gryffindor is kind of the good guys, the heroes. Slytherin seems to be the bad guys. So like if I put somebody into Slytherin, I'm not saying that they're a bad guy, right? And same with Gryffindor. Do you know what I'm saying? Am I over explaining this? We should probably just get started. All right, I think it would be best to start with me, myself, and I. So here I am. Look at that handsome young man right there. I actually went and took a BuzzFeed quiz. I don't know, sometimes it's hard to sit and accurately judge yourself. Well, the test that I took put me into, drumroll please, Ravenclaw. And I agree with that. After thinking about it, creativity, intelligence, I mean, this is gonna sound like I'm bragging, but I've always finished at the top of my class. And I have a degree in advertising, as I've said how many times on this channel. But in college, I was on this like campaign team, and we did an advertising creative campaign for Ocean Spray. And we finished in the top 20 nationally, our team did, and I helped lead the team. So yeah, I would say that I'm creative and intelligent, and I like to think that I'm kind of witty. Scott Kramer struggles his way into Ravenclaw. All right, next let's do Curtis Connor. You take one look at this guy and you think, that's a Hufflepuff if I ever saw one. I think one of the major draws to Curtis, other than obviously his devilish good looks, is his dry yet playful sense of humor. He is, dare I say, extraordinarily witty. He does have a ton of random tattoos that are kind of just, I don't know, I thought it looked cool. I do kind of in my brain subconsciously see people with tattoos and think, oh, they're whimsical, they're creative, they're fun. The more tats, the more stats of creativity you have. Welcome to Ravenclaw, Curtis. Let's do Mr. MKBHD, Marquez Brownlee. I'm gonna do this one based almost entirely off of the vibe that I'm getting from him. Marquez is a Gryffindor, okay? Come at me, haters. I know what you're thinking.
Scott, you idiot. He's a tech guy. Intelligence, learning, that's Ravenclaw. God, I hate you.
Well, that's a good argument. Shit, that's a good argument. But also, look at these ultimate Frisbee highlights. Would a Ravenclaw make that play? I don't know. I didn't read the books. Marquez looks good in red too, so can't really argue with that. Let's do Tiny Meat Gang. Now, this is a powerhouse dynamic duo, so you would think that they'd probably go in the same group, right? Wrong! We're gonna split them up. Let's start with Cody. Here's a little trivia for you. D1 diver at Duke, qualified for the Olympic trials twice. Talk about hard work. He also graduated from Duke with a degree in computer science, according to his LinkedIn page. Anyway, I think anybody whose gut reaction to dropping something is, whoopsie.
What's up, fellas? Anyone want a massage?
Whoopsie, fuck.
He belongs in, you guessed it, Hufflepuff. Now, Noel, on the other hand, spoiler alert, he is not a Hufflepuff. He's more of the darker, grittier, more not safe for work half of this duo. I went and saw them on tour when they stopped in Minneapolis, and then a few days after I bought tickets, they announced that they were coming to literally my city of Fargo. Believe it or not, it kind of feels like Noel, more so than Cody, was kind of the leader of that show. It seemed like he was a little bit more in charge. And for those reasons, I think that Noel Miller, aka Cody Ko's friend, he formed this Lonely Island style rap duo with his friend, is going to be our first Slytherin. That's right, baby. All right, let's do the spooky hoe himself, Danny Gonzalez. I think of Danny as being fairly similar to Curtis, and myself, frankly. So you would think that means that he belongs in Ravenclaw. Well, you would be wrong. Again, you're wrong a lot, actually. When all these big corporations try to take Danny down with these false copyright claims, you know your boy hits back by reviewing his legal options. A man that will do whatever it takes belongs in none other than Slytherin. Ryan Higa is no doubt one of the OGs of YouTube. He's been around for as long as the site has been around, it feels like. He's also one of the first people to ever do YouTube as a full-time job, which is a bold thing to do, especially back when the first group of people started doing that, because nobody knew if it was going to be something that you could continue to do. And more recently, he's kind of like shifted all of his content to a completely different genre, which is supposed to be career suicide. He started a podcast, and that's kind of the majority of what he uploads to his main channel now, but he's still doing really well. I would have to say that making that leap is super brave. He's also the nicest guy in the world, and it's impossible to not like him, so I think it's fair to say that Ryan sits firmly in Gryffindor. He is one of the most creative channels on YouTube, though. No, don't second guess yourself. The Sorting Hat is never wrong. Is that canon? Is the Sorting Hat never wrong? Eddie Burback. How is he so criminally undersubscribed? Is that a term? Have you ever watched the Gus and Eddie podcast? He's literally always ready to jump into a bit. It's instant improv, and it's always really funny. If you somehow don't know who Eddie is, he does commentary on his main channel, and a lot of it lately has been kind of educational. The War on Bird Scooters, the DARE program, and Sex Eddie are all kind of fall under that category. No doubt about it, those knees belong in Ravenclaw. Welcome to the family, Eddie. All right, back to another OG YouTuber. Jenna Marbles could easily fit in any of these categories, I think. She's definitely a leader. She's been leading the charge on YouTube for like a decade now, and she's somehow found a way to just break the YouTube algorithm. Like, she gets on the trending page, she gets just a silly amount of views on the most bizarre videos, and I can't get enough of it. I think there might be some dark sorcery going on here, but Jenna Marbles is definitely a Slytherin. Logan Paul. Now, I know this one is probably going to be pretty controversial. Gryffindor. Moving on. Drew Gooden. Oh, look, another commentary channel, is what an idiot would say. Drew has actually started dipping into the video essay genre a little bit, and it's some of the most engaging content on YouTube right now, in my opinion. He's not just some cookie cutter commentary cookie, okay? He's also made some bold business moves by selling things like staplers and legitimate roadwork signs, and somehow he continues to thrive. And he also went to that Jake Paul concert last year, and for that reason he is a hero. Gryffindor? Yeah, I sure hope it does. Mr. Beast. This man is planting 20 million trees. That is justice for the environment. Go donate, by the way. The link will be in the description. Do you realize how much effort goes into every Mr. Beast video? That is a ton of hard work. He's been running with the same crew since the very beginning. They're all crushing it together. That's loyalty. Hufflepuff, for sure. I actually hope he organizes a YouTube rewind that doesn't suck someday. That'd be really cool. All right, we've waited long enough. It's time for PewDiePie. The man who's been on top for longer than anybody thought possible. He's grown, he's adapted, he's done whatever he needed to do to get by. The man started playing Minecraft again, for goodness sake. Through all the controversies, through all the genre changes, he just keeps growing. Adapt and overcome, keep going strong. PewDiePie, you are a Slytherin. Emma Chamberlain is, dare I say, quirky? And what's another word for quirky? That's right, witty. I don't know if that's true, but it's close enough. Yes, her editing style is a little in your face and over the top at times, but I think anybody that has a style that's as recognizable as Emma's is definitely can be considered creative. She's also got to be pretty darn intelligent to turn some DIY videos in her bedroom into a gosh darn empire, so Emma is a Ravenclaw, and we continue to grow stronger. Philip DeFranco runs a big old company. He's been producing consistent content for what seems like 30 years now. He's a gosh darn legend, and he's definitely a hard worker. And let me just say, if any of these people have exemplified justice, it's Phil. That whole Daddy-O-5 thing was legitimate justice, and I can't praise him enough for being at the forefront of getting that story out there. For the biggest teddy bear on YouTube, let's just jump into Hufflepuff. Remember when James Charles said that he likes trying to hook up with straight guys? Doing anything to get what you want? Now that is a baller Slytherin move right there, baby. Let's go. Oh, look at these guys hiding down at the bottom. All right, we got Dude Perfect. Now, if anybody was ever gonna take the throne from PewDiePie of being the most subscribed to YouTuber, I mean, it has to be Dude Perfect, right? They're the #2 channel behind PewDiePie. That's not just like a corporation or a music video channel. Did you know that they're gaining 30,000 subscribers a day? And that's without a massive meme growing their channel. They work incredibly hard for every video. They've stuck together since college. They're very loyal, and somehow not a scandal to their name. Triple front flip, behind the back slam, dunk them right into Hufflepuff. Mr. Hot Ones himself, Sean Evans, he kind of gets in on a technicality. He's not really a YouTuber, but he is. He's got a show that's exclusively on YouTube. I'd consider him a YouTuber. This man is brave, okay? The amount of courage that it must take to eat absolute nuclear waste week in and week out, that is beyond me. Sean Evans dabs his way in to Gryffindor. And last, but certainly not least, we have Jaden Animations. If you somehow haven't seen Jaden's videos, what are you doing? Where have you been? They are really well made and fun to watch. The writing and animation is incredible, and the storytelling flows so gosh darn well. It's unbelievable. Jaden, I would say, is arguably the most creative person on this entire list. Jaden, you're a Ravenclaw. Join the club. So there you have it. That's kind of fun, huh? As a bonus, I kind of want to add one more. iDubbbz is kind of the one that popularized this whole thing of like making tier lists or like the fighting scale. So I want to place him somewhere too, but I'm actually gonna put a poll in this video. I've never done a poll before, but you just have to click on it and vote. Tell me which house you think iDubbbz belongs in, and then in the comments, just explain why. You gotta have a why. Also, if these 4 houses fought to the death, who do you think would win? Ravenclaw's looking pretty tough, but Hufflepuff does have those extra numbers with Dude Perfect. But Gryffindor has Sean Evans. I feel like he would be deadly if he was backed into a corner. If you've got any good reasoning for why some of these are wrong and they should be in different houses, just let me know. Like I said, I don't really know much about Harry Potter or Harry Potter lore, so this is all just kind of for fun. I thought this would be something that we could all just, you know, come together and just appreciate each other. And, you know, all that sappy kumbaya, let's lift each other up a little bit type of thing. I don't know. I'll be back to the regular commentary stuff next video. Thanks again to Omniware for sponsoring this video. Once again, if you support them, you are supporting me. So use my link in the description and my code ScottKramer for 15% off. Get yourself a really dope hoodie for this very soon upcoming winter. But anyway, that is all I've got for you this time. I will talk to you again very soon. Goodbye. I'm just gonna head out, so see you later. Won't stay long.